What's going on, boys? How you doing? Nils, Optimus, sorry for the little delay there. We completely forgot about the YouTube video. With all the excitement, what's up, Ginger, Andrew? I hope you guys had a great week. I think we did pretty well for an OPEX week here at MSL. We nailed a bunch of plays, obviously Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Uber, HD, so many plays, guys. Just be picky with your plays, especially in a market like this. What's up, Saab? Another downtrend day. Again, in this kind of market, be very picky. If you guys trade half as much as you usually do, it's okay. That's what you're supposed to do in this kind of market. Wait for your trade. Don't just force trades. Look at this week, guys. So we have, what is this? Hold on. So we had Monday here, Tuesday, Wednesday, no, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days straight down in a line, lower lows every single day. We never caught the previous day's high. What's up, Sub? So until a bounce takes out the previous day's high, calls are just for scalping. You should not be taking calls longer than just a scalp until one of these days bounces to the previous day's high. So as long as we keep going down like this, like, why would you take calls? I'm sure a lot of people out there keep taking calls, keep buying the dip. They're gonna get crushed. Like, the market is not rational, guys. You cannot just go and think, oh, this company's worth this much, so I have to put in all my money here. Like, one of our members yesterday was telling us his friend took TQQ and he put his whole account in because the NASDAQ was too sold off. There's no such thing as too sold off. Stocks can go down as much as they want to. You guys want to see an example of stocks going down as much as they want to? UPST from $400, guys, from $400. Today we closed at $92, and that is within 4 months. Within 4 months, it lost 4 times its value. So you don't think people that were holding UPST average down here, they average down here, they average down here? That's why we say wait till the trend changes before you average down. If you were to average down, you add on to your winners, not your losers. Don't be like Kathy Wood. SPY here. Technically, nothing is good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The 200-day moving average is at 439.38. We closed underneath the 200-day moving average on SPY. What's up, Ricky? So we are officially in a bear market in SPY. Anytime we're under the 200-day, I count it as a bear market. Some people count it as negative 20%. I count it as under the 200-day. As long as we're above the 200-day, that's a bull market. Under the 200-day is a bear market, in my opinion. And as you guys see, we have not been in a bear market for longer than 2 months since 2019. So this is the first time we're going under the 200-day in a long time, guys. So just keep that in mind. It is still a sell the rip. We got a lot of selling volume today. Is this capitulation? I have no idea. I think we're gonna keep dumping into Wednesday until Powell talks. What's up, other Andrew? Until Powell gives a direction to this market, we're just gonna keep selling off. This is exactly what they did in 2018. I'll take you guys back there and show you. So this is a COVID dump, V-shape, and this is 2018 right here. Where's it? Oh, missed it. So this is where Powell said that he was going to raise rates right here, guys. Look at what the market did to him. What's up, Sancho? How you doing? No, nobody at my stock life, Sancho, that's for sure. We did great today and this week. So 2018 right here in October, this is where Powell said he's going to increase interest rates. The economy was too hot. Look what the market did. They threw a temper tantrum, guys. They went from 277 on SPY all the way down to 222. So they took off 50 points on SPY. The last time he did this, until he retracted his statement about the interest rates, they took off 50 points on SPY. And right now, where he announced 480, and now we're trading at 437. So that's about 42. If it's the same pattern, we still have another 10 points down on SPY to go, which would match up with all these gap fills down here on SPY. So you think it's bad? It can get worse. Don't start buying the dip until you have a reason to buy the dip, until you have some kind of trend change or something, any kind of good news. QQQ, now we are the 200 days up at 364.85. We're trading today at 351. We're 13 points in a bear market on QQQ, which again We haven't gone into a bear market since COVID, and that was only for like a month. In 2018 was only for a month. So J Powell's screwed on Wednesday, whatever he does. What's up, Yash? How you doing? Um, XLF, again, we were too extended. I told you guys that week, and look what we did right after. Just pure dump. When XLF is dumping like this, QQQ is dumping like this, SPY has no chance. That's what's causing the pain in SPY. Finally, big tech is rolling over. IWM's already had a death cross, the 50-day cross under the 200-day. And look at the reaction. Look at IWM's breaking down from levels that we haven't seen since 2021, like the beginning of last year. January of 2021 was the last time we seen levels this low on IWM. So basically, if you invested in IWM last January, you have not made a single dollar now if you held on. That's why stop losses are important. That's why throw out your emotions and just play what you see. Here's ES, same thing. I don't really need to. It looks like it's forming like a head and shoulders even. Well, it already broke, I guess, but you guys know what I mean. There's just, the charts are just all broken, guys. I wish I had something constructive to say, but the charts are all broken. VIX is a constructive chart. What am I saying on VIX here? Remember what we were talking about, guys? It put in a low, it put in a higher low, it put in a high, and now it's putting in a higher high here. So where does this stop? Where does the higher high stop? And when it does stop, when it comes down, we're just looking for a higher low. VIX isn't going to come all the way from here, all the way down and break this low of 1736. As long as the next low holds above 1736 on VIX, it's just making higher lows. And the next resistance on VIX is up here at $30.82. And then after that is 35.32. So we're just putting in higher lows. Even SQQ, which is the opposite of the tech. It's a triple leverage bear ETF on NASDAQ. Look at this. It's just put in a low, lower high, higher low. Now it's putting, I have to move my line even. It's putting in a higher high. And when it comes back down, you're just looking for a higher low. So volatility is here to stay until Powell changes something. Even yields came down today. The market didn't care. Look how far down we gapped down on TNX. Look how far down we went down on US 10-year. Bond yields, nothing mattered today. It was just selling. They're just selling straight into Powell. They're going to force his hand. They're going to force him not to raise interest rates as much as he's threatening to do. Let's go into these other ones here now. NEO. Let's see. I didn't even look at this one, to be honest. I was busy. But right now, we look like we closed below the falling wedge. This one's going to be very, very tricky. Monday or Tuesday, I might get out of these. Why? Unless we recover off Powell, these calls, lots of calls are not going to work, guys. Right now, we're underneath the falling wedge. It looks like the technical pattern is broken. You can adjust the line how you want. Like, you can adjust it a little bit like this, and it's still valid. It's still the same thing. But, I mean, calls in this environment, very hard. The reason I held them is because it's China, so maybe we have a chance. They're actually easing in China, so let's see where we open up on Monday. I think the lows are not in, by the way, on the market. Sava, I'm still waiting on news from the CEO. There's nothing to talk about there until the news comes out. Apple, we took at the end of the day there. I got out of my puts for one reason. It wasn't giving me a big move. So I bought them at the break of this little line here. I bought them at the break of this little line for 173. I took way too many because of yesterday and the day before we flushed into the close. So I thought we were going to get the same type of flush. They went up to 198. I had a sell order at 2. I'm just telling you about my trade. 173 I bought. I had a sell order at 2. Went to like 198. Skipped my sell. And then they started bouncing it. Then it went back above my line. And the thing is, even though it went way up here, my puts were still break even. So I cut them break even quick. I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to hold that much size over the weekend just in case we gap up on Monday, which is possible. I don't think it happens, but it's possible. And at the end of the day, we went and lost low of day. So if I held, I probably would have got the 2, but that's just how I manage my trades. It didn't go my way the first time. Well, it did, but I was being greedy with it. I should have sold it at 198. I didn't get it, so I just cut it break even. No harm, no foul, right? Pay the commissions and move on. Uber here. So Uber is actually a crazy, crazy chart. If you're in my stock life, you already know about this one. We caught this double bottom on Uber. Did we catch this one or we catch another one? So I think we caught this double bottom on Uber right here. We bought, we sold for 100%. We rolled them over, another 100%, rolled them over, another 100%. Then we caught puts right here. Those puts went 300, 400%, guys. And I just sold my last ones today. Again, downside, ugly, ugly, ugly. SE, one of the strongest companies that I know fundamentally. I've looked into this company. I know almost everything about it. And it's just busted, guys. Like it went all the way up to 370. It went over 370, 372, and now we're trading at 150. So it's cut in half. And this is one of the best growing companies in the entire world. They just entered India and they're taking Amazon's market share in India. They're taking Melly's market share in Latin America. So amazing company. I will be adding equity, but I need a reason to add equity. I need Powell to say something. I need him to say no interest rate hikes or only 2 interest rate hikes to control inflation. Other than that, I'm not gonna just buy a falling knife, guys. Amazon, so many people's favorites. This chart's probably gonna hurt Ricky's feelings, but this is just disgusting, guys. Technically, there's not very many charts out there uglier than Amazon. I mean, it's dumping 100 points a day every day. It's very hard to see where the bottom is on this one. I mean, we even took out lows from March of 2021, which is this is the COVID low, guys. We just lost the COVID low on Amazon, one of the biggest tech companies in the world. We also lost the September 2020 lows. Right now we're trading at the same level that we were in July of 2020. If you own Amazon equity, you have not made $1 on it in the last year and a half. Not 1 year and a half you haven't made $1 on Amazon now. Think about that. And other than that, I mean, you can look at any chart you want. They're all ugly. The weekly chart, this is a disgusting breakdown. The monthly chart, disgusting breakdown. Lost the 21-day moving average. And if this wants to go, oh yeah, you crushed it, of course. I know you own equity. That's why you're probably mad. But I mean, it'll come back. Let's see what happens with Amazon. They have earnings February 3rd. They have to report a good quarter, guys, because this is just gross. This is a broken chart now. Lucid, another broken chart. I mean, lockup expiry. Lucid actually held up better than I thought it would. Like, if you're looking at charts like Amazon, which are proven leaders, look at the daily chart on Amazon. This is what Amazon is doing, and Lucid is just barely down from the last highs. I mean, for what it is, it's holding on pretty well. So let's see where Lucid goes. These are the only levels I have on it. I mean, 39.42 to the upside and 33.76 to the downside. It's a $6 range right now. Very tricky play. You can short it at resistance if you want, or you can buy it at support if you want. That's the only plays I have on Lucid. XOM. So I'm waiting for this energy to start breaking down. I'm still waiting to get puts on this. This is just so strong. Oil is so strong, especially with all the war headlines. Oil usually goes up during war times. Other than that, no real play on it right now. I would not go long after this big a run. I'm waiting for a signal to short. Right now I put in a hammer today, so it's still not a signal for me to short. Yesterday was kind of a short signal candle, but other than that, I don't really see enough reason to short yet. Nvidia, I do have March calls. They have earnings in February. I have February calls as well. They had one gap to fill down here all the way to 233.50, and they filled that today. The low of the day was right near that gap fill. But that's an ugly close, guy. That's an inverted hammer that shows more downside. Big bear volume. Let's see what happens on Monday. Again, I'm not planning on adding to anything long until after Powell. Other than that, Nvidia is a great company. You guys know they're going to kill earnings. They're going to keep crushing it. But I mean, in this market, they're not letting go of anyone. They're just taking market share from everyone. It's exactly what happened in 2001. And look, Google. You guys use Google every single day. Google hasn't moved $1 since July of last year. So they're not discriminating. They're not leaving anyone out. They're just destroying stuff right now. And they can keep destroying stuff. If you guys think you can buy Google here, then buy Google here, then buy Google here, then buy Google here at $0. If you guys got enough money, I mean, go for it, buy the dip. But for me, there's better opportunities. Just wait, be patient, wait till Powell says what he says. We'll get some market sentiment, and hopefully we'll turn this boat around. But other than that, we had a great week. Congrats to everyone that nailed everything, especially Yush on that Amazon. Ricky's been nailing like 100 Tesla strangles this week. T's hit every single play I seen. Boogie hit every single play. So just be patient, wait for A+ setups, and let's crush this next week too.